Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello everyone and welcome. Good afternoon, good morning. It's a nice Saturday here. Sorry, Sunday here. It's a nice Sunday today. How are you guys? No picture of the day. Pity. Let me refresh it. No, we have no picture of the day for today. Okay, so what I want to work on, I want to continue on the crafting. We started a bit yesterday. And the problem that we have is that our books are made of our books. How do you design a book? How do you draw a book? Like this. Our books are made of two pieces. So there is what we can call like the common, right? The common patterns. And the book specific patterns, right? And the common patterns are actually shared across books. Which means that hello Shaif, hi, how are you? Let me just change the music quickly. Okay. The common patterns are actually shared across different books, right? So if you have multiple books, right, the common patterns are pretty much the same, right? They are the same. Because there are certain operations like slicing or mixing, right, that can be done. They can, I mean, we don't want to repeat them for every book. We just want to have them there, and also they don't require particular skill. So usually the one in the common patterns do not have high skills, right, needed. So for example, you can get a pie and then you can slice it. So the making the pie is usually in the book specific. Slicing the pie is in the common patterns, right? So this is how it works. Now we have a problem because at the moment we are extracting the book information only from this side, so only from the pattern specific. And so the books well, let's say that our extraction is done in a way that we want to find the final item, right? Final item being, for example, the pie, and then list all the ingredients, right, that are needed for that particular object, right? So it really looks like a tree. It looks like a tree, and the way we identify the items is basically looking if they are final items, right? Where final items means why this green is so green? Anyway, okay. So where the final items are identified because they don't have a father, basically, right? So we pick all the ones that do not have a father. So the problem is that slicing is in the common pattern, and making the pi is in the book specific. So when we extract the data, making the pi is seen as a child because he has a parent which is slicing in the common pattern, and so is getting excluded, right? So these objects are not visible at the moment in the book, which is wrong. So so one way to fix it is to extract from both common and non-common. And this is what we did yesterday together, right? And actually it was partially working. The problem of doing that is that you are going to include in this particular book a bunch of stuff that is actually here that is not always relevant to the book, because we said that the common patterns are relevant, are shared between different books, right? So what I have to do, basically, I have to identify each transformation and combination, and I have to say if it belongs to a common pattern or it belongs to a specific book, right? And this should be done in my extraction. So just before the stream, starting the stream, this is what I was doing. So I was adding here this pattern ID, which is actually pointing to the pattern ID or to the group pattern ID, right? And we need to populate now this pattern ID when we create the cache result extra info, right? So basically here. So if we do this, wait, yeah, this change is very, very, very it's very easy to mess up, huh? So I have to be extra careful here. I have to be extra careful, but in theory, yes, I'm adding to this query. This query is a union between transformations and combinations. So I add the pattern ID here. And then I extract this pattern ID here. Hopefully it will come out, right? And I know which one is pattern ID and which one is group pattern ID. So actually I have this information. So I can do if group pattern ID, right? And then I know that it belongs to this area or to this area, right? So I can actually, no, we messed that up. Okay, we fixed it. Yeah, in theory. So now I have the information inside my cache result item extra info, which is actually added to. Now the only problem is, do I have? I don't. That is the result ID. I need it. Because the result ID is the slice, is not the pie. The result ID. Is the slice. How can I have the cache? Yeah. So this one is caching. This one is basically caching the transformation, right? It's caching item ID gets transformed into this, right? This is what is caching. While here I'm caching the result. So I don't know if that's enough, because in theory here I will have to, so the additional check I need to have here is if the result item no, because if the result item is in the parent pattern, but it can also not be, right? So the one that I have to exclude, is check if the item in the parent pattern has a source item which is part of the sub pattern. Yeah, exactly. The one that I have to check is the common patterns. So I want to remove from the common patterns as top items the ones that do not have a result ID in the sub pattern specific. The problem is that doing it this way, I'm not caching. Do you think I am? Maybe I am. Because this is running for everything, right? Yeah, this is running for every object. So in theory, I have my cache result extra info. The problem is that I don't have the source. Why don't I have the source? Extra info by... No, I have the source. No, I have the source. The source is in the extra info, and the result is the ID, right? Yeah, the problem is that if I search by... Yeah, the problem is that I don't have the extra info. I don't have the extra info for the source items. I don't have the extra info for the source item. Yeah, because here I only have that and that. So in the case of the slice, in the case of the slice, here I will have slice as result ID, right? So I will have result ID equal to slice. Source ID is actually the pi. Source ID is actually the pi. And what I'm storing by result ID. So I'm storing the slice. And I say the slice is in this particular pattern. And I have the source there. Ah, okay. Yeah. So I think we can do it, huh? So I search. So we can say if so this will be returning because it's a pointer, no? No, it's not a pointer. So this will be returning this, right? So this will be the result extra info. This will be the result extra info. Huh? Is it returning a pointer? So now with this result extra info, what do we do? So this actually is only for this check. So maybe it's better if I put it here, right? Because it's only for this check. So this is the extra info of the slice. And I say, I want to have the slice, right? I want to have the slice only if, first of all, I need to check if this is if the pattern ID is equal to the group pattern ID, right? And so I need to be, I am analyzing, basically what I'm saying with that if, I'm saying I'm analyzing this part. So I'm inside the common patterns, right? So if I am inside the common patterns, and if I'm inside a common pattern, in my source item, right, which is basically the item ID, because the other is called result, okay? And the item ID is found. I mean, is not found, I continue, right? So if this is not found inside no, I need to do another wait, it's not enough. I need to do this because it's more complex than this. So if we are inside a group pattern, I have to extract the source ID. There is the source ID of the group item. And with that guy, and with this guy, I need to find it where? I need to find it inside... I need to find it inside here. I need to find it here. The problem is that I don't have this as a separate structure at the moment. I don't. I mean, I know for each object, but I mean doing a for loop here for each object, because I will have kind of to say, okay, is it contained, right? So here the question is it contained in the specific book data, right? And so to know that, I will have basically to scan, right, all these guys. I will have to scan what? I mean, it's the same. I will have to scan this. Yeah, we'll have to scan that. I will have to scan this. So I will have to do a for each of this thing. I will have to do a for each of this thing, and I will have to extract what? I will have to extract because there is a tmap int, right? I don't remember how I do the for this way with the tmap. Did we do it already or no? We did it only this way with the iterator. I think there was also another way, no? No? No, eh? No, eh? How was the thingy? No, I can navigate, but basically I will have to cycle on all these tmaps, find my object, and see if this cache item Now, because if I extract, wait a second, if I just do a find, right? So this is the slide, this is the pie, right? If I just do a search of the pie, if I just do a search of the pie inside cache result items, and I see if in which pattern it is falling, I will know, huh? Basically what I'm saying is that is this what we are saying or not? I think that is what we are saying. So we are saying that if the source is contained or the source is not existing, we will not add. I mean, you need to exist, obviously. You need to exist, and the pattern ID should be still inside a group pattern. So this means that no, wait. We can say that or it doesn't exist at all. So, or it doesn't exist. Or it exists but is in the it exists and is in the group pattern. So basically the source so the source I think this is what we are saying. If the source cannot be made in any way in this book, I mean in the common, I mean if the source cannot be made or the source can be made only in the group pattern. So basically this should exclude this should exclude all the items that are generated only inside the group pattern, and it should keep all the ones that are, yeah, exactly. So for example, if I have a slice of meat, right, and meat is in another book, I will not extract that one. And also this will exclude all the simple operations. Now, I don't know if I really want to do this, right? So I think there is the right, I mean, there is the right code for what I was thinking, but I am thinking is it what we really want? So for example, mixed nuts, chopped nuts, right? Mixed nuts, chopped nuts. We have to check like that one. So will that one now be extracted? Will that one be extracted? Well, mixed nut, I mean chopped nuts can be made inside of this. And mixed nut, who is making mixed nuts? I have no idea. No one. No, it's impossible. Well, it can be in combinations, huh? It can be a combination. Oh my god. Yeah. Because it can be a combination. It can be a combination, so... I mean, this is extracting actually also for the combinations, huh? It is. So we will actually see it. I don't know, let me try. It's too complex to actually think about it mentally. I think I just need to test and see what happens. Because there are so many sub cases. So what we want to have basically the slice as the top item, the pie being a child of it, and then the rest of the structure, right, being available. But we don't want to have as top, for example, the mixed nuts. If those are used inside a recipe, yeah. And maybe this check, and maybe I can remove this first part of the check. Because there may be transformations that leave only there may be transformations that leave only in the group pattern. For example, if you take the transformation we do on water, those ones are definitely only this looks good because I have the slice of the pie and I have the pie below it, and then I have the wall structure. Now Now, where the hell are the mixed nuts, for example, right? The mixed nuts, right? Because here I don't see the mixed nuts anywhere, right? The mixed nuts are actually resulting in chopped nuts. And the question would be, how are the chopped nuts used? They are used here because the result is a pinch of nut powder, but then this pinch of nut powder where the hell is it used, right? That's the question, I guess. Yeah, you see that it's not used here. So the pinch of nut powder is not used. The pinch of nut powder. It's not used anywhere? Seems a bit weird. It is never used. This seems is never used. But you see that inside baking, right? Or inside cooking with fishes, actually we have combinations using this item. Wait, what do you mean? It doesn't show it. It doesn't show the full combination. Doesn't show the full combination. But anyway, is inside a completely different pattern, right? The art of baking. So if I take the art of baking, that I don't know if I have. No, we can get it. So if we get the art of baking and we look at that book, yes, I think it works, guys, because you see that the nuts, which is actually a common pattern, is actually added only to this book and is not added to the other book. Now, the only thing that I want to be really sure, right, is that there are no missing objects, right? Because if I go if I go sweets and pies, right? Sweets and pies. I have these pies, right? I have these pies that are the result, right? So let's go back to the pie 1 second. If we go back to the pie, apple sauce I have. Filling apple pie. For example, filling apple pie is here. I don't know why it's not ordered, but for whatever reason, it's not alphabetically ordered. It's a bit strange, huh? But anyway. Then there is a generic pie, but the generic pie, you know, is actually under slice of pie, right? So it's here. Which actually makes sense. Then the slice of maca pie, yeah, the maca pie is under slice of maca pie. The apple pie is here. The creme is here. The cinnamon apple pie is under slice. The Dupont pie is under slice of Dupont pie. The juniper berry pie is under slice. And the Terevan is here, under slice as well. So yeah, so we have all the pies are properly represented here, so we didn't miss any. Then we have the bread. And the bread is actually final. So we have bread with apple jam, bread with Dupont jam, bread with juniper, maca, and Terevan. So okay, we have them all. Now the biscuits, I don't know. The biscuits we have... Do we have the biscuits here? We have apple jam biscuit we have. Then there is buttered biscuit. I don't know why they are not in alphabetical order. Buttered biscuit we have. Dupont jams biscuit we have. Juniper jam biscuit we have. Maca jam biscuit we have. And Terevan jam biscuit we have. Yeah, so we have all of them. And then we have these last two, which are the apple and pie. Apple and pie. And we have the fried apple and pie. In addition, we have the fried apple, which is here. Which is here, and this too. The honey glazed carrot and the sweet cinnamon something, which is here. So it seems to be working, guys. I think that we got all the items that we want. Yeah. So I think the difference, so if we can take a screenshot of this, right? We can take a screenshot of this 1 second, right? And put it here. And now what I can do, I can remove this. So if I remove this, if I remove this, I think we will get all the common items. I don't know, I need to see it, but I think we will get all the water transformations. I think we will get all the water transformations. Now, I have no idea if this change is going to break other books, right? Because actually, there are books like Working with Stocks that are very different. And I mean, in theory, the logic should work for them as well, but they are very different from this one because their transformations and combinations are cyclic, right? So they are recursive. Like you can heat metal and then you can quench and make it cold again, right? Yeah, so maybe we can test a few more books and see if this is actually doing what we want it to do. So now I removed is there any difference? Yeah, I see already some additional ones. So basically now there is the new list. Well, it's not the same sides for whatever reason, but it's fine. Maybe more like this. Fuck. I don't know if the font was the same. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, pretty much like this. So what do we have? What do we have in addition? So apple, bread, butter and biscuit, Dupont, juniper, maca, terevan. For example, we have all this block, right? All the sliced night mushroom, or the dash of ground corium seed, or the dash of saffron, or the dash of trefoil. The problem is that these things, yes, can be done with that book in mind, but they are not helping the creation of one of the items that we have as top items in this book. So I think that, yeah, I mean, you can still make it, because if you click on this, you know, it's telling you what to do, and this actually, you will be able to do it with this book. But it's nothing to do with what you are doing with the pastry chef, right? Because you're not using mushrooms. So I think the previous version was actually better, right? So we, I think like this is more solid. Yeah, like this is more solid. Otherwise, we are including a bunch of stuff that we don't really need. Let me see what we have in production. But yeah, I think in production we are missing significant amount of items at the moment, because yeah, the logic was not including the group ID for the final items. I think I can disable all the breakpoints at this point. I don't really care. Maybe there is only one that I want to keep, which is the this one. In theory, this should never happen, but I had a case before when I was mixing the items that we couldn't provide a description. We could not provide a description. Another thing that I would like to do is to change it so that the 0 becomes something more reasonable. Because I think when he's saying like mix 0, right? 0 looks very, very weird. 0 should be substituted with any quantity or something like that. How are you today, guys? What is going on in your life? Let me know. I stream also to interact a bit with you, so don't be shy. What are you doing while watching me? You programming something? You are playing something? Just relaxing or what? Okay, so this would be, so this is again with the smaller list, right? Let me try maybe working with stocks or some other working with stocks. I think working with stocks is one of the hardest, I think. I think we need to compare this with the production one to see if we actually gained any reasonable elements, right? So let's compare it with the production one, so with the release client. And yes, I am falling down. So this on the right is the production server, and this is my machine, right, on the left with the new changes that we just made, right? So in theory I should have my crafting box pretty much the same. So if I open working with stocks in production, it looks pretty much identical. Is it? No, it's not identical. There is something more on the left. Iron stock, copper stock. No, it's identical. Iron, copper, zinc, tin. Okay, so on this one we are not making any difference, right, with our new code. Right, but if I look at this guy, which is the pastry chef book, right? Yeah, on this guy, it's significantly different. So here we were missing pretty much all the pies because they were the ones that were connected to the slice, right? And also the berry jam. Let me see. No, the berry jam. No, all the slices were missing. Yeah. I don't know why here I have an empty line and here I don't. Is there a difference? Ah, because it's just bigger. Okay. But yeah, all the beginning is the same. Until here, same until here, same until here, same until here, same until here. Yeah. The additional block is are these slices, right? That now we have, and before we didn't. So I think it looks kind of okay. Now I want to look at another one, which is a very tough one, which is the enchanting gems. I don't know if this one we broke it or not, but let me see. Enchanting gems. Now enchanting gems actually looks identical. Okay. It looks identical. Good. So it looks like we didn't break stuff. Let me see the elms. Which one was it? Elms of Darmet. Seems to be good, actually. Book of Blades. What is the Book of Blades? I see. Book of Blades is identical. Okay, so we are probably only missing something under cooking. Let me see this one. There is alchemy, healer's remedies. Yeah. Okay, so because the original report was saying... plate armor was making set of steel plates. No, there is something different. There is something definitely different. Yeah, it was this one. A recipe of juniper berry pie is missing. So this one we can flag it as fixed pending release. Right? So this one is actually fixed. This one is actually fixed. Which is fantastic. I would like to understand better these ones, right? Making chainmail armor book contains incorrect entry. Making chainmail armor. Making chainmail armor. Do I have it? Yeah, I have it. This is making chainmail armor, and this is making chainmail armor. So they look identical. Okay. So what this guy is saying is that inside this book, we need the chainmail strip parts. We need the chainmail strips. Yes, chainmail strip. Selecting this node, we can see the next step description. Wave 3 riveted 6-1 pattern into chain Smith table. Yeah, I think that this one is the one that has multiple possibilities. Because I think you can actually create the chainmail strip wave 3 riveted 6-in-1 pattern. Riveted 6-in-1 pattern. Yeah. Yeah. Wave 3 riveted 6-in-1 pattern into chainmail. Exactly. Pressing the check prerequisite button, we can see materials 4-in-1 pattern. Yeah, because actually you can do it in multiple ways, and I think it is super confusing. I don't even know why we did it this way. I don't know if we just wanted, you know, to be fancy or what, but basically to create a chainmail strip, you have different possibilities. And I think that the different possibilities are probably providing you a different quality of a chainmail strip. Yeah, I think I will need a crafter. I will need someone with good knowledge of crafting to confirm it. But I think that is exactly what is happening. So if you do it this way, you gain more quality. And so basically when you do check prerequisites, is basically extracting the first available, which for whatever reason is the 4-in-1, right? But actually, yeah. This bug is not an easy one. You can actually do it in different ways, right? So I think that is what, yeah. I think that is the result, because 6-in-1 riveted. I don't know. I can double check, but it seems to me that that's the thing. There is armor smith, chain and plate. You see chainmail strip can be made. Yes, you see this quality? Quality 1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, right? So if you do it with the, now, how do we don't have this information, right? We don't have this information, actually. We don't. This information is not visible anywhere. Would be nice to have it though. In theory, here in the description, it should say that there are 4 different ways to do that, right? But can we reasonably do this change without going crazy? Because oh my god. Because this will mean because I don't know if we have No. Describe multi-transformation. You see there is a describe multi-transformation. I don't know, I will have to debug it and see where we get what. But definitely, yeah, but definitely this is a case where you get different quality. Where you get different quality. Based on the method that you use to actually create a chainmail. We can do this. We can debug by ID, by item ID. So when we receive, when we have the chainmail strip, right? Come on. Come on, database, you can do it. So we say where name equal to chainmail strip, right? Chainmail strip is 50 whatever, 54 whatever. So it's that number, right? So if we debug it, I don't know if we are coming in here with a transformation. Yeah, we are coming here with a transformation. I don't know why it's called multi. I don't know what is the difference between T-array. Where multiple tools can be used to produce the same result. Multiple tools. While this one is where probably a single tool can be used. Yeah, so the multi is not what we mean. In our case, there are multiple transforms. Least production steps, huh? Who's calling this? Preload craft messages. I think this is the old way, no? This may be the old way. Oh no, it's still here. Old way, new way. So I would like to have, I think I would like to have a breakpoint here where for each of the items in the crafting book. Yeah, so final items. Why is it called new array? It's so confusing. But final items. Result ID. So anyway, our item is result ID. What? Okay, let's try it like this and see if we go through this. I think I still have a bit of old code. Actually, which is the old way to do things, but I think it's fine. Let's see if we hit this breakpoint for our chainmail strip, right? Because I think we need to explain better why, you know, we have 3 or 4 different possibilities. The only problem I have is that this is a lot of text that we are sending. Now, I don't know if there is a better way to avoid sending all this text, but probably not. You're not hitting that? Yes, we are. Okay, nice. So we hit this breakpoint with our chainmail strip. right? And we want to understand if this part of the code is not commented and it's very annoying. I don't know what we are doing here. We are cycling through what? Through this hash? What is this hash? This hash is the text result hash of my result ID. And text result hash is coming from where? Text result hash is here. Is a T map of what? All this is not documented, is annoying. Load trade transformations by pattern and group. Load transformation into hashes for faster access. Note that these are hashes are used specifically for creating the craftbook message and clean it up after. So hash on result ID to find item ID, hash on item ID to find result ID. Okay, so this is what these things are, right? It would be nice if we could, you know, spell it also. Spell it also here. I know I will have to reload the thing, but it's fine. At least we have a bit of information, right? So there is a temporary hash just used to load the text, the crafting text, right? So basically, it's a T map of result ID, right? Result ID to find item ID. And this is the same, but is a T map on item ID to find the result ID. So basically one is the reverse of the other, right? It's just an easy way, just a quick way to find the results. And it is actually loaded inside of this function, right? Yeah, it is pretty much what this thing is doing. And so here we have our, okay, I think I understand. I understand. So we got our result ID. So here we are finding, what are we finding? We are finding in the result hash, which now we know what is it, right? The yeah, the problem is that it is not a multi-map, it is a T-map. So it will actually find only one result. And I think that's our problem. Ah, no, because it's an array. It's an array. This is an array, right? Yes, is a T map, is a what? Is a transformation array. I'm just trying to document a bit better this part of the code because it's kind of cryptic to me. I don't understand what it's doing. I don't understand what it's doing. So now he's iterating on so our T map looks like 5434 5435 5438 5439. Would be interesting to see if these are the 4 transformations, right, that make our chainmail strip, but probably yes. Probably yes, because you see that we have 4 different transformations. So actually here is cycling on all the transformations that are producing this result item. 5434. 5434. No? How is possible? Is that a transformation or is the final item? That's a good point. 5440. Yeah. 5440, you say. So it's process ID 647 648. 647 648. Here it is. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so this is actually cycling. Okay, so this is actually cycle on all the transformations which produce the result ID, the given result ID. So this is what it's doing, right? And we can say there can be multiple ones, right? Example chainmail strip, right? Made in 4 different ways, right? Okay. So here is going in and what is doing. Okay, it's getting the key and the value. The value is actually an array. The array is the what the fuck is the array? The value is the source item. 5434. 5434, exactly. So that is the source. So 5434. So the key is the source item. I don't know why we call it key. It's so confusing. Can we call it something else, please? Huh? So this source item ID. Okay. And the T array and the T array is what? What the fuck is the T array? T arrays. No idea. Is huh? No, it's not an array. It's not an array. Is an array? I mean, the way I see it here is one transformation. Is one transformation. I don't understand why it's an array, but anyway, is that is so confusing with no comments. So confusing with no comments. I don't understand what it's doing. But anyway, this is basically an array containing the transformation, right? So this R, I don't know what it's called, R array. Where is this R array coming through, by the way? We return it? No, we don't return it. R ash. I don't know why we are calling things so stupidly. Also, I think this R array is only used inside this function, so I don't understand why we declare it up front here, which is super confusing. I don't get it. Also, I don't understand why we declare this here when we are just assigning it here 1 second later, right? I mean, this declaration at the top, I don't know. I think is a coding style, right? That you just declare everything at the top, but I think it's not a good idea because you cannot make the context out of what is used where, right? So if you have just a temporary variable used like inside this cycle, why you would declare it at the beginning of the method, right? So I think it's, and also these names like R ash, I mean, it's super stupid. What does R ash means? Give me a name, right? So this is I think this is the current trait transformations, right? Yeah, the current trait transformations. Yeah, these are all the transformations producing that item, right? That is what it is. So it cannot be called R-ash. I mean, it's so annoying. It must be called something like all transforms for result ID. Okay. Jesus, thank you. All transforms for result ID, right? So these are all the transforms matching the result ID. So we cycle on this. So this R array, just a transformation array, right? So this is transform array. Can we rename this as well? Because it's so annoying. All transforms. Something like that, right? This is all the transformations. So I say, what do I say? If the result item is equal to the source item ID and contains... Okay, let me recompile it like this and we follow it again. So at least we have... because here the check is a bit weird. It's saying if the result ID is equal to the source item ID. How can this happen? Can I have a transformation that is... that the result is equal to the source? Can I have a transformation? I don't think so. Because it's saying OR, right? And so maybe we enter here because we are in the OR, but... OR contains... Check if an int value is already in an array. Contains... Array contains... Check if an int value is already in an array. Why? Why we need a function to do this? Because TRA, because our old... yes, because our old code didn't have a TRA, you know, smart as we have in Unreal. So actually this is... You can just use contains, actually. You can just use contains. If I do list, fine. I think it... I don't know, I don't want to touch it now. It seems to be... But I think... I don't want to touch it now. I don't want to do too many changes at the same time. But this seems to be useless. I think we can just transform... But anyway, it's checking if a value is already contained in our what? So it's checking if the ID is contained inside this item stack. What is item stack? Item stack. So basically to know if we already parsed it. Okay, if we already parsed it. So that is saying, did we already parse this? Actually, it's the source item ID. This is what this line is saying, right? So if we already parsed it, we go single transform or multi-transform. So in theory, yes, we should go inside of this. If it's not already parsed, because probably the difference is that this will probably append, I assume. If it doesn't contain it, wow, this part of the code is very cryptic to me. I don't understand what is the difference, right, between this and this. So this is the first time we parse it. This is basically is a new. So if it's the first time we see the source ID, right? We parse, you know. This is the first time we parse this source ID. But then this other check is very strange. So is it the final item? So this is basically checking if the source ID is not the final item. If the source ID, then what do we do? Then we list the production. So if it's not a final item, means that it's one of the, it's not a final item or has not been contained in these final items. Because probably this production step is gonna then add it back to this final item thingy, yeah? Because it's recursive. This thing is recursive. So when are we setting final item? When are we incrementing these final items? Never? Interesting. Never? So this thing never changes? No, it's not possible. Maybe it's fixed at the beginning. Maybe it's fixed at the beginning. Maybe we receive it already. So if it's not a final item, I think that what we do, we recursively go through it, right, passing the source item ID. So here is the recursion, right, because this is the function we are in, right? This is the function we are in. So it's called list production step. So this is where the recursion happens, right? Yeah, so this I think what it is, right? So if it's not a final item, we recurse in, and I think it's the same here. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So after that, we will arrive here, and this will describe the transformation. So this will actually do the actual work of creating the actual description, right? I think this is the actual creation of the description, right? Yeah. I don't know why here we do the multi and here we don't do the multi. This is a bit weird, huh? Because here we have the single only and here we have the multi. Right? But it's true that here we go through I don't know. I don't know what is why the code is a kind of uneven between this part and this part. Okay, but at least we added some comments, so now this code is more readable, right? Awful is more readable than before. Hello, Hula. Good afternoon to you. Good afternoon. Ooh la la. Good afternoon, ooh la la. Okay, completed. Okay, let's run it again. Let's run it again, and we want to see, we keep the same breakpoint, right, which is entering for the chainmail strip, and we want to see why the text that we generate is only one line instead of being 3 lines. Sorry, 4 lines, right? Because it should actually be 4 lines with equality at the top. I think there is also the chance where you have multi-tool, because yeah, the difference can be the quality, but the difference can also, well, but anyway, I think that the quality will anyway be different with a different tool, huh? Yeah. We can see, but I think we can make a good improvement here if I keep the focus, you know, and I keep understanding what this is doing. Okay, so we cycle all the transformations, right? We find our source item ID. Our source item ID is 5430. It's fantastic, by the way, that this guy is putting. The rider is adding this when you debug is so nice. That you can basically see all the values here on the right side is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And yes, 5434 is our first item here. 5434, right? Which is this one, 4-in-1 pattern. 4-in-1 pattern. So did we already parse this? In theory, it should say no, right? Yeah. It is the first time we parse this. Is it contained in the final items? Is it contained in the final items? In theory, it should say no, right? Exactly. It's saying no. And so we go one level deeper, right? So here we go to the source item ID. Now, I don't really care about this part, so I think I will skip it. I think I will skip it, but I cannot skip it because then we have the describe multi-transform. Let me disable this breakpoint. And just go at the end of this. At the end, I don't know what is the end. Jesus. Oh my. Oh my. Yeah, we are returning through here. So we were no, I lost track of everything. I lost track of everything. No, wait, I have to redo it. I have to redo it. I lost track of where I was. Completely lost track. It's loading. Yeah, it's loading. It's been a bit slow, but yeah, because this is the production data, so we have everything. I'm trying to load as little as... I think I should have a waypoint loading, maybe also, yes, no. Okay. So here we are again. Here we are again. First time, yes. I hope I can skip this. Why? $54.40. I was hoping that we would come here, right? In describe transformation. $54.34 again? Are we doing the same thing again? Why? I don't understand what we are doing actually. What is going on? He's running, but he's not doing anything. What? I did a F10, so it should have went here, no? What the fuck? I think it's kind of strange that we enter into this function twice with the same source item ID. Well, it's true that chainmail strip is actually used for multiple armor, so yeah, that's actually possible, yes. That is actually possible, yes. It is. So in theory, if the same item is repeated many times in the book, I could save the description separately and then just show it when we click on it. So instead of, yeah, that would be a good idea actually. Because I think at the moment, I'm just repeating the same text. Yeah, I think I am. Okay, let me try to debug it another way, right? So if I arrive here and then I say, please stop when you reach this, right? I hope that it's coming out of this and is reaching this, right? Ah, okay, it did it. While if I was only doing F10, considering we were re-entering recursively the same function, it was getting confused, right? So... Ah, but this may be not for my result ID though. 5430. Yes, exactly. It's not. So this means that we this means that we probably enter here. Okay, let's do this. Let's put another breakpoint that is actually here with the same ID. 5440. 5440. And I will remove this one because otherwise we always get in the wrong place. Yeah, exactly. So now we are in the right place because this is recursive, so it's going to do it for the whole structure. Describe transformation. Okay, the only thing that I want to understand is how many transformations we have here listed at the moment. We only have one. But this is not good, huh? We only have one? Because we actually saw 4 transformations here, right? In the previous cycle, we saw that we actually had I know it's here, it's here, it's here. Yeah, it's here, it's here, it's here, it's here. So this while as the 4. And this one as 1. So now the question is if I always... Okay, let's see. So this is the first one that I do. And this one is with what? Is 9725. Okay, it's the first line. Yeah, 9725 is this one. Okay, good. So here I'm going to create the description of it, right? Which I don't know, we can debug in, but I don't really care, I guess. I mean, he's doing it properly, so we don't really care the way he does this. I think that this is anyway for one transform, and so I think it's fine. Our problem is the second transform, right? Let's say the only thing that we could do here is if the resulting quality... Do we have the resulting quality or not? Because here the point is inside trade processes. Because there is the column we want to check, right? Because here is 1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4. So this quality, where the hell is it? It should be in the transform for sure. So this transform should have, yeah, item quantity. Ay. I'm not seeing it, or it's not there. Maybe it's this penalty percentage. Maybe it's this penalty percentage. I think it is. I think we renamed it. Was a penalty before and now is a bonus. Yeah, I think it's that. Is this penalty percentage. So actually we have it. So we could say that if the penalty percentage is greater than 1, we put like a marker that says additional quality, right? Because you are getting additional quality out of it. Okay, but let's go through. I think it is nice. We don't care about this. Can I step out? Is step out the same as in Visual Studio? So F11 or no? What? What is it? Navigate. Next frame, F8. I don't know. I can try to press F11, Shift 11 and see what happens. Yeah, it is the same as Visual Studio. So you Shift F11. Okay, here we described the first one, right? But then we will enter again here, hopefully, or here. So I can just press F5. Yeah, exactly. So we are coming here with another transform. And in this case, the other transform is The other transform is 9726. 9726. Yeah, which is actually the second one. Now we want to understand what happens here, because here is where we are losing information. Right? Because this seems that is what? It just went out of it? I don't understand. I don't understand what happened. I was debugging it and I did F11 and it didn't go through. Why? Why? Maybe I misclicked. I clicked F10. Yeah, that's possible. That's very possible. Okay, that is the second transformation, right? And this transformation is, like we said, 9726 exactly. So we want to understand what is happening here, because in theory it should we only consider the main process ID. Subprocess may exist for different equipment of items, but are not using production data at the moment. To do add subprocesses. I don't think that this is listed as a subprocess. I don't think so. Well, we can see. No, in fact, it's not listed as a subprocess. So it's a normal. So we are creating a new craft info. Which is fine. And here we are getting the description of the trans info. Which is wave 3 6-in-1 patterns into F-chain mail strip using Smith table. Exactly. Exactly. So, and this is the one that we don't see, because this one we don't see it. So this one seems to never reach our client. I don't know why. If the craft step info is not empty, craft step info. Nah, that is a mistake, boys. Wait a second. Nah, that is a mistake. That is a mistake. That is why we don't see them, because I'm actually overriding it. I'm actually overriding it here before doing the check. So that is absolutely stupid. That's a mistake. That's why we don't see it. So we should get this description, and then we should say, oh no, not even, because we created here. So we are completely ignoring the previous one. We are completely ignoring the previous one. But this is not gonna work. If already present, just add a new one. Yes. Do we have a description? No, it was okay. Wait. My bad. Go back. Hopefully you can still debug. I hope so. But no, it's doing it after. I mean, here it's just adding. It's just saying if this is not empty, just append a new line. And insert at 0, you know, the dash. And then it's pushing into this new array. Why we call variables this way? Holy shit. What do you mean new array? New array of what? Graph trends info. But anyway, it's pushing that. Okay, that is fine. Up to here is fine. I want to see what happens here though, because here is where we are adding. We should add it to an existing one, right? This is what I want to see what happens, because if already present, right? If already present, yeah, exactly, is already present. Because we have the 4-in-1. So if already present, then current description, find data. Do we have a description to add? Yes. Yes, we do. And so what? Is the new description not contained? In the current one? Okay, like if we didn't do it already. Okay, I guess no. What? Huh? Wait a second. Current description. Current description is... Ah, yes, you see? He added... he added the 2 lines. He added the 2 lines. So he did it. Why is that not working? I don't understand. But he actually did it. He actually did it, boys. He did it. I don't understand then why it's not working. Because he actually did it. He added... Yes, he added, you see? So the current description becomes, right? Current description append. Ah, because we are not passing it here. No, we are passing it here. Add pattern ID, current description. Data add. So this current description is correct, right? But for whatever reason, we don't send it back. Data add pattern ID. What is data? Data is this. Yeah, but it's actually correct because it's actually doing this, and so it will override. Yeah, it will override. For sure it will override. For sure it will override it. In fact, here is already overridden. Okay. So then I'm very confused because it seems that the code is doing exactly what it should do. So is listing all the transformations one after the other and is adding them to the so then the problem may be when we send it. Careful because we are here again with the same ID. We are here again with the same idea, but in theory should be identical. The process should be completely identical. Current description already contains it. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Trade new craft text by ID. So this is the one that is containing our description. So I think that at this point, you know, the only thing that may happen is that we are sending it wrong, because the collection of the data is perfect. It's doing exactly what it should do. Exactly. So now the okay, sorry, it took a bit of time, you know, but I had to understand where the problem was, and the problem doesn't look like is in the creation of the description, because the creation of the description is definitely good. We may add the quality actually on top of this, which would be nice. Which is actually inside of this function. No, is inside this function. Yeah, it's inside of this function. So let me put just a bookmark there, because okay, so when we send it, right, so let's connect. Hello, Fanner. We are deep into the crafting stuff. We are very, very deep into it. Yeah, you see that here we see only one. That is the problem, right? We see only one. I don't know why. I don't know if it's a matter of size or what. But in theory there are 3 or 4. So or we get it from the wrong. I don't know. That's super strange. So when we request the because the text is correct. When we do view item, right? When we do view item, we arrive here, right? We arrive here. And we arrive here. I think we are not using this anymore, right? Yeah, we don't use it. There is the old method. The new method is this one. And the only question is, how do we get the text? Get trade new text by item ID. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. How it can be wrong? Wow. Okay. Let me try to put here a breakpoint where our design item ID is equal to our 5440, right? Which 5440 we said is the chainmail strips, right? Yeah, 5440. So I want to understand what kind of text we are getting here when I right click on the book in the game, right? So when I right click like this, exactly. So what text do we get? Oh fuck, we get the text with one line. What? You serious? We get a text with one line? Bro, we just stored it with multi-line. Huh? Doesn't make any sense. What? What? T-map. Ah, because we have three different ones. We have three different, for whatever reason, I don't know why, but we have three, you see that we have three different versions of the same text. It is very weird, huh? We have three versions of the same text. We have three versions of the same text. The first one actually has all the descriptions. At least it looks like. The last two have only one. Four, 5, 7, 250. What the fuck? Huh? I'm a bit surprised. So, actually in our array, which is actually stored by... Yeah, I think the problem is that this array is stored by what? It's stored by... design item ID. Yeah, it's stored by design item ID, but it's also stored by... So there is a multi-map. Is this a multi-map or what? No, it's not a multi-map. But it contains another T-map, okay. All the crafting books, text in a new format. Each item has its own description, no matter if it's final or not. T-map of item stats ID, okay. Which contains a T-map of pattern ID and description. Because inside different pattern ID, I could have a different description for the same item. Yeah, I think the answer is yes. Oh my god. Okay, okay. But anyway, we have all three, right? The only problem is why... And by the way, on the client, right? On the client, we see 4 in 1. So it looks like we see the first one, but... We're going through this again and again and again. 457 250. 457 250. Yeah, we'll always enter with the same value. Four, 5, 7. Yeah, the pattern ID anyway is determining... I mean, 457 is this wall thing. 457 is chainmail armor, so it's the wall thing. So it will always be 457. And the group ID will always be 250. Yeah, exactly. So 457 250 is actually correct. Is actually correct. Four, 5, 7, 250 is actually correct. What do I do here? I search 457. I search 457 because 457 is my chainmail armor. 457 is my chainmail armor. Yeah. I mean, okay. So the chainmail strip is actually on the generic, on the group, right? Is on the group. But I don't understand. I don't understand really. I mean, do we have the same chainmail strip also in another group? That would be a mistake. No? But it looks like, because it looks like here we have multiple, which is the screenshot that I made, right? We have 250 as the generic pattern ID, which is actually doing, yes, all of them. And then we have a 457 in a 251, which are not that way. So on the 457, chainmail strip. How it is possible that I have chainmail strip on 457 at final item? Doesn't make any sense. In 251, sorry, what is 251? Because 251 is even more weird. So 250 is armorsmith, yeah. 251 is what? Is helms. Okay, probably because you can use it also for helms the same way. So if I take the helm creation, you can make them by chainmail. Yeah, chainmail assembly. So probably this guy, right, is using chainmail strips. Is very possible. So we have three. Yeah, but the fact that we have three values kind of strikes me. Yeah, but we have three values actually in there. We have three values in there. And so if I look, yeah, but okay. Chainmail. Chainmail. Three riveted 6-in-1 pattern. So yeah, I actually have the right description. I have the description that is in the array associated to 457. Now, how the hell is taking only why the hell is taking only this one and not all the other four? How the hell is taking that? That's a good question. Because actually here, if I look at this variable, right, I think he has it all. I think he has it all. Copy value. Wave 4-in-1, 3-in-1. Yeah, exactly. So the first one actually has all three values. And is associated to the group pattern. And then we have two more associated to the specific sub pattern. So like going back to this discussion, right? We have one description that is sitting here, and we have two other descriptions, one sitting in the chainmail book and one sitting in the helm book. This is what is happening. So this is what we have. This is why we have the problem. Hello, Tripton Reality. Yes, the problem is that we have multiple recipe and they produce different quality. Now, the first thing I want to do is to add the quality to that string, because I think that would be helpful, right? Because at the moment you don't know that if you are using 6-in-1, you get more quality, right? But we have the problem of, and I will add that, so that will be part of the book description, and it's not very hard. I mean, it's easy. But my problem at the moment is that it is not taking the right It's not created. It's not. Is So what I would like in theory is that the description only sits in 457. What I want? I don't even know what I want. I wanted I wanted the description only sits in 457 and 476. No, in 457, and then the one of the helms that I don't know which one is it. Which is probably 251. But it's very weird. Well, I can do a trick. I can do a trick, but I don't know if it's a good trick. The trick will be to use the group ID first. If I change this code and I say search it first in the group ID, if not find in the group ID, right, then search it in the pattern ID, it will actually work. So the opposite of what is here, because here is first searching it in the specific book, and then it's searching it in the group. Now, the issue I have is how it is possible that in the book he got a different description than the one that is in the group pattern. That I don't understand. That doesn't even make sense. This 457 doesn't make any sense. Sorry, but if I open the helms, right? Let me open the helms 1 second. If I open the helms, right? If I open the helms, I don't know if it's this helm or something else. Yeah, 5455, yeah. If I open the helms, right? Probably if I go under what? Brigantine. What is using chainmail? Not this. Not this. Not this. Not this. This. Okay, let me close everything else. So the banded whatever is using chainmail assembly. Yeah, exactly. It's exactly the same. It's exactly the same. Is exactly the same. Chainmail strips. Yeah, it's the same. It's the same. So one object is at the end is the same. So yeah, but there is a bit of a mess here because the fact that the description of the item is different in the book compared to the generic doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand why that is even happening. I don't understand why that is even happening. So unfortunately we have to go back to the creation. Because actually it's the creation that is wrong. Maybe let me add the quality so at least we do something useful. At least we do something useful. Yeah, I need it separate so I can debug it. Result ID. Right. Okay, let's redo it this way. I just want to add the quality so it is more clear. But yeah, the creation is actually generating 3 different versions of the description. One has all the options, the other 2 do not. And I don't understand why we are creating 3 versions. I mean, it's okay to me that based on the book it may be different, but in theory is not true. Because if it's the same item, well, I don't know. I don't know if you can create the same item in 2 different ways with 2 different books. In theory, it should not be possible. But maybe for enchanting is the only one that... Okay, so if I execute it now, right, and we check... I think it should be percentage. Okay. So let me see. So this transformation should have, okay, 1. Then if I do it again, still 1. 1. Process ID should be 9547 95. What? I need like this one, 9726. 9726. Can I say tran ID 9726? Fuck. I think we passed it already. By the way, how is the new prepare button? Is it good for you? I mean, in game. I mean, is it a good improvement? You like it? I think it should simplify things a lot, right? Also give visibility on skills and... Exactly, 1.2. Okay, is this penalty percentage? Okay, good. This is all I wanted to know. So the penalty percentage is the one that is giving you the quality. So I guess that before everything, right? Before everything, So consider quality result, right? Consider quality result. So if I would do it only if tran percentage what? What the hell? Wow. The function name. Get item quality penalty percent. Actually, it's not a penalty, but it's a bonus. But anyway, if this is greater than 1, right? Then we want to add, if this is greater than 1, then we want to add the quality indication. So we will say description equal to, yeah, by the way, this should always be plus or equal, otherwise we make a mess, huh? Plus or equal. So what do we say? We say quality, and then we have to transform it to what? To a percent. So percent will be what? Will be this multiplied by this minus 1. This minus 1 multiplied by 100. Yeah. So like 1.2 becomes 20, right? 1.2 becomes 20. So this thing I have to say f string from int exactly, right? And then here we will say quality plus percent, right? In theory should work. And then slash n, because we have to go. Now it will not be highlighted, but I think it's okay. Let me see how it looks. From int, no, wait a second, there is a mistake here. From int, yeah, exactly, like this. Do you work on this 7 days a week? I work a lot, Parker. I work on this only in my spare time. So I work on it on the evenings, during the week. So usually after 9:30 p.m. and during the weekend. And that's it. And when I'm in holidays, sometimes. So yeah, it's only my spare time, let's say. I mean, it's a bit more than spare time, because actually, you know, I do it very consistently. So it's not that I do it, you know, just randomly 1 day a week, or right. So I try to do it as consistently as I can. So basically every evening and pretty much all the weekends. Not all time the weekend, but 4 hours, let's say 4 hours pretty much every Saturday, and 4 hours every Sunday. So I have kind of my own rhythm, and for now it worked fine. Okay, 1.2. Let me see how it looks. Yeah, seems it's doing it. So the only problem is that we will not see. Well, yeah, I think we may see it because at the moment we are getting the third value, right? The third value is higher quality. So in theory we should see it. Ah, I should have said plus 20%. I should have said plus because otherwise now we will say quality 20%. But no, it's quality plus 20%. Or I can say 120%. What is going on? So go. So in theory now we should see quality 39%. Why 39%? 39%? Why 39? It was 1.4. Okay, I don't like the 39 anyway. I mean, I don't like the... So we will not remove one. So we will just say 130. This will be 130%, right? We need to have a space after quality. And we need to be sure that this number is actually... this number is actually rounded properly because at the moment it's not. So percent and this will be percent string. So this needs to be rounded. So this multiply by 100, right? And I want to round it. I want to round it to the closest, right? So if I do round, I never remember what the hell is the right round, but fmat, maybe fmat is telling me. Round half to even. Oh my god. Round half to even. Half from 0. Half from 0. Half to even. Half to 0. Why? I mean, just convert it out to the nearest with the ties running to the nearest even main coding performance. Why? I mean, just I don't know. Let me try round to int. It should be. I think it should be okay. So now you know why you can use 6-in-1 or 4-in-1, right? No one ever told you. I'm sorry, but now you know, because you get additional quality. So you are employed by Atomic Blue? No. Not to figure out things about the development. I was confused because this game has seen as what it looks like. No, I'm not. No, I have a regular job. I'm employed in another company. There's nothing to do with video games. Atomic Blue is actually a company that we built, and I am actually the president and founder of Atomic Blue, together with 2 other people. And Atomic Blue is a company that's been created only to, I mean, mostly to, you know, hold the IP and the to be the legal entity for Plane Shift, right? So it's the company that holds our stuff, and it's also a non-profit corporation, right? So also tax exempt. So we are actually officially a charity educational organization, because we produce stuff without any commercial aim, right? And yeah, my name is Luca, and you can find me in the Atomic Blue page. If you go atomicblue.org, it's very simple. The page for that company is super simple, but I think it's good enough. Yeah, the game has been out since 2004. Correct. You're just a big fan of it? No, I'm the founder and original creator. It's still me. It's just me, older, but it's still me. It's just older me, but still me. But it's not only me, right? There have been other people working on it. At a certain point, we had like probably 15 people in the team back in the days. I don't know exactly, the maximum, but if you consider that the GM team, the tester team, the developers, I think we were probably 15 or so, or even more. But there was a lot of people, they were just come and go, right? So the people that were just interested, maybe doing few things, then leaving. I am the one that has been consistently from the beginning. Okay, so now we have this nice quality 140%, right? So if we get multiple lines, right? If we get multiple lines, we will have the quality 120, quality 110, right? So you will see that if you use this technique, you have more quality. But now we have to go back to the previous problem, right? Because we don't get the 4 lines. I don't know why, but we don't. But it is a good addition. I like it. So yeah, we did a lot through this game through the years. Consider that we had, in the old game, which is basically before Unreal Engine, we had nearly 1 million lines of code. So it was an extremely large project. Now with Unreal, I went down probably to 200,000 lines of code or so. So it's a bit simpler, but it's still a very complex project. And maybe one day I will open source it all again. Our previous version was open source, so maybe I will open source it again. I don't know. For now, I don't feel the need of it, but okay. So we need to understand why we get 3 different versions of this description. I just do it for fun. Yeah, exactly. I do it for fun as a non-profit, yes. I take 0 money from Atomic Blue. 0. Exactly 0. I actually put money into it sometimes, but yeah. All the money is used to develop the game. So meaning to, like when we have to do a commission of something, like if I cannot do something and we want to commission it, we use the money coming from the donations to commission it to artists or other people, right? But yeah, so if you want to collaborate and you want to do it for money, we can do it. We can, we can pay you. You meaning someone with the skills, that we need and the moment that we need, because we have some money actually. So not a lot, but we have some because people are contributing. So yeah, I do it completely for fun and as a hobby, right? So I don't know, people may go cycling or skiing, right? I make MMO. So people may go to the cinema and, I don't know, go walk on the river. Eating an ice cream. Okay, I make an MMO. That's what I do. Okay. So how do we understand why we create these three different type of descriptions? Well, it's not too bad. Well, one thing that we can do is the trick that I was saying, right? If I do the trick, but I think the trick will not be enough. But the trick will be to search in the group ID first, and then if we fail, we search on the pattern ID. But still, I don't understand why when we do... I think I have an idea. Wait a second. I have an idea. There was a part of the code where I said, it was like 2 hours ago, 1 hour ago, when I said, why here is doing multi and here is not doing multi, right? I think it was actually here. But... yeah, but it looks like we, with 5440, we never go here. We always go here. Let's try again. But anyway, it's between these two lines. The problem is here. I mean, this for sure is there. The problem is between these two places. There is no other way, because this is the only point where we create the descriptions. I'm not completely sure of why we do this. Did we already... I mean, I don't understand this if... but... yeah. One of the funny thing, Parker, when I say, you know, I don't understand fully this, is that maybe I created that code, but it was so long time ago that I basically forgot it. But yeah, part of this code I created, but I would say that the majority has been created by other people in the past and edited by me or modified by me. But I've been like 3 or 4 very core contributors at the beginning. They were really doing a lot, code-wise. Really doing a lot. They are not working on plane shift anymore these days because they got, you know, married and kids, and they just took another, you know, road and whatever. I think what we want to test is how do we get... it's very hard for me to understand though. We are breaking on result ID 5440, right? 5440. How do I know if I'm in the book now? Okay, now I'm in the pattern because I see pattern 250, process ID 647. ID 9725. Yeah, but this one is the one that is producing the good result, right? Because this line is this line. And it is the one that we know that is producing the right result. Okay, so let's try to analyze it high level first. So it's going through this once and it's creating one description. Then let me try again. Okay, we are going through this twice. And now we are with process ID 648. 648. Okay, which is the second line. Okay. Then we go through this. Okay, this is the new... I can remove this. Then we go through this another time. 649, okay, and then we go through this another time, which is 650. So basically we created, yeah, this 4, we created the first description, which is the one that is correct. After this, something happens that is creating the other 2 descriptions, which are actually wrong. Okay, we came in another time, right? And now we are what? Now we are again 640. No, wait, 647 is another guy, eh? I know, it's the same guy. 647. We come in again. $648. 649. Oh, 2 times 649. What? No, 650. So we come here again twice for all the 4 lines. And that's it? We never come here again? It looks like. Yeah. Okay, so we hit this function 8 times for that particular item. But it seems that it's in group of 4 and 4, and that part seems so. Or we create a description. Or we created it, because in theory here we are adding the new craft. I don't think that this add new craft text is anywhere else. I hope so. No, actually it is in 4 other places. Okay. GG. Describe transformation. Holy moly, what the fuck is this function? Describe multi-transformation. Describe combination. And there is the call. And preload craft messages. Yeah, I think I want to understand where this is called. I don't understand why this is called from different places. I mean, I understand the combinations, fine. But I don't understand the other instances of this. I understand this one, but I don't understand why we have 3 other places. I think there may be a bit of a mess. There may be a bit of a mess in this. I may call the same function twice without really wanting to, I think. And probably we delete the previous text or something. Is your normal job a software developer? No, I work in a software company actually, but is not, my job is not a software developer. I mean, I was a developer a long time ago, but then, you know, when you become a bit older, right, after, I mean, you can still remain a software developer, but in my case I became a manager, and I mean, I started to be a technical team manager and then a manager, and today I'm doing something completely different. So today I'm working on internal processes for the company, so it's nothing to do with programming. But in the past, yes, I was. So result ID, yeah, we need to see, okay, so this one is actually used inside describe transformation. Let's put a condition where result ID is equal to our number, right? Which is the one that we want. So we see how many times we pass through this. So we pass 1 time there and 1 time and 1 time here. Crafting book item. Can I say this? I don't know if I can say this because the result item may not be the right word. So the scribe combination, definitely we hit it, but if I add my result ID equal to, I think we will never hit it again. Craft book items. I equal to 1. No, sorry, it is super confusing. It is super confusing. Let's extract it into something. Do we have a result ID already? I just don't want to have a result ID in that function. No, it looks like we don't have it in that function. So I think I can call it okay. Yeah, so it's a bit cleaner to debug, otherwise impossible. So we want to go here only when result ID is 544. I think there is. I think I'm calling this function twice wrongly, right? And that is probably why we have the 3 entries. You do the same thing. You do the same thing. What, Parker? You develop for fun. You mean, like you are developing in your spare time or something? Okay, so we should go through this now with 5440. And I'm pretty sure that this is the error. Most likely. I don't know if this, I don't know, we will see. Okay, we have a describe transform. You know what, I will disable this guy a second, because at the moment we don't want to... I just want to hit the other ones. This one we could even remove. Yeah, exactly. I just want this one to be hit. Okay, so the first one that we hit is definitely on. Let me see if result ID. Can I see result ID, please? No. 5440. Okay, and the crafting description is. And the crafting description is. Uh-oh. Seems that our guy is having some issues with. Okay. Ha! So this is the one, right? This is the one. Yes. But it is inside the function that we know that is correct. So this is getting called multiple times, and we are adding in multiple. Okay, perfect. Yeah, in fact, we have the 4-in-1, we have the 6-in-1, we have the 4-in-1 again, riveted and riveted. Okay, so that is good. So this is the 4 times that we go through it. Okay. And this, I think, is the problem. And this, I think, is the problem. Because here, I'm doing again. And I don't know why. I'm doing again. I'm adding it again. And my feeling is that here, this is wrong. Get data. New array. What the fuck is this? New array get data. New array num -1. Huh? So we get the last element. We get the last element. Huh? Quality 150. Yeah, exactly. Yes, this is the problem. This line is the problem. Why I'm calling it here? I don't know. Anyway, it's wrong. So anyway, it's wrong. So let's say that. So the description is saved inside. Yeah, exactly. Is added inside of this. Yeah. Is added inside list whatever. So we are actually adding it twice, and the second time we added wrong. So that's the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing. So I think we solved it, huh? I mean, we have to see, but I think we solved it. I think we solved it. I think I just have to remove this line because we are adding it double. And the second time is wrong. Please. I hope so. You said you get lost in the code because you were already a long time ago. Ah, okay. What did you develop? I mean, are you developing for fun or for job? GG. Well, we have to see if it's GG, but I strongly believe. Now, we need to understand if there are other cases where this line is actually needed. But I don't think so. I don't think so. GG. Let's see, let's see. Let's not declare victory too early, but let's not declare victory too early. Hula, why you don't do something for us on a commission? And so with the money of the commission, you can buy the video card that you need. I develop for work and for fun. I haven't released any games yet. I quit all the games after a few yeah. Well, that's the best way to learn. Because if you can actually switch, you know... Wait a second, I need to disable all of this. If you can actually switch between projects, that's actually very nice. But I would say that our project is so big now. I mean, no, I wouldn't say big, but it's so diverse, right? That every time I do something different, like the dungeon generation we did some days ago, and now there is this crafting, and then tomorrow will be music, and that, so it's always a bit different. I don't get bored, and when I get bored, I switch topic, right? There are so many different topics in the same game that we can have. It's not like building a small game. It has pretty much everything. I do something, I look at you. Yeah, but that's not enough, Ulla. I was saying, why you don't develop something for plane shift, Ulla, that I can pay you for, and you can then buy the video card that you need to play our game. Understand? Okay, let's see. Do you believe? Yes! Yes! I don't know if it's very clear that this quality actually corresponds to this guy. Maybe it's not that clear. So basically the first line is normal quality. From here down is quality 120. So this if you do it this way, it's quality 120. If you do it this way, it's quality 130. If you do it this way, it's quality 140%. Right? I don't know if it's clear, but that's what it is. Let's ask our Discord. Clear enough? Is it clear enough? Or do you have a suggestion to make it clearer? I'm pretty happy that we fixed this, and also that we fixed the list of items. I mean that these two changes are two big changes. Now another change I want to make is the zero thing. Yeah, this. Combine 6 chainmail strips into 0 medium chainmail parts. So this 0 should not be there. This 0 means that you can repeat this with any quantity. I don't know if this is only valid for combinations or is also valid for transformations. I don't know if we have a transformation with quantity 0. It's possible though, I think. Quantity... No, because the result is always... The source is always 1, huh? The source is always 1. The source is always 1. In a transformation, the source quantity is always 1. No, I don't understand. 0. It is always 0. Do you want a quality 100%? Yeah, the problem is that if I add quality 100%, you will have it everywhere, even when you have just one line. And I think it feels a bit redundant, no? To have quality 100%, quality 100%, quality 100%, quality 100%. I mean, every single line. I mean, it's very, 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 very few. Probably only that one. It has different quality, so... Ah, there is one here, actually. Quality 120? What do you mean? Ah! Why? Why medium chainmail piece is quality 120%? I think this is a mistake, probably in the data. Huh? Medium chainmail piece. Medium chainmail piece. Ah, because it's small chainmail piece is quality 1, medium chainmail piece is quality 2, I mean 20%, and large chainmail piece is quality 1.3. Yeah, okay. I mean, we can also have it everywhere, because like in this case, you know, there is at the moment what I'm doing that if is greater than 100%, I put the information, but I don't know, maybe I can put it everywhere. But it will be freaking everywhere, right? So like in food where there is no multiple qualities, I think everything will have that 100%, 100%, 100%, 100%. I think it will be super annoying. No, I think I want to know only when is not 100%. And I cannot do it that I look at the others in the same page. Well, in theory I can, but it's a bit of a mess. Yeah, I could look at all the ones that are inside the page, because I create the lines separately, one by one, so I don't really know what will be the next one, because I build them. When I build this description, yeah, but I think that in this case it will be nice to have quality 100%. Yeah, I understand what you mean. I think it would be, yeah, it's not a big deal, I agree, but it still is nice. I think, yes, in this case, quality 100% would be very nice to have. Do I know if we have more than one? Do I know if we have more than one? I think I know. Because instead of reading the text, I can just say, if we have more than one, always place the 100%, right? That I think is doable. But do we know inside that function? Probably not. This function doesn't know. At this point, we don't know where we came in with, but we could pass it as a parameter, right? We could have a parameter that is passed through everything, that is saying, because this thing anyway is called like only in 4 places. I mean, it's not in a million places, right? And the problem is, do I know? So I will have to pass a parameter here that is saying multi. He's saying multi, yes. And this one, you see that there was already the idea in theory, right, about this describe multi-transformation, but then we never did it this way. I think we never go through this part of the code. Describe multi-transformation. This seems to be a copy paste, you know, this seems to be a huge copy paste of the other one just for multi. But which is doing a for loop, right? But yeah, while this one is taking only one. Exactly. Well, the code is significantly different, though. The code is significantly different. Because here we sort the transformation by their skills. We sort by skill. Well, oh my god, we do like insane mass. No, I don't want to change it. But yeah, basically we could pass in. Can we see if we ever go through this? Because I think we don't. My feeling is that we never go through this function. I think it's a leftover. I mean, I think it was like an idea and then we never did it. Yeah, it's not a big deal. Yeah, exactly. I think it's okay. I think it's very nice to see the quality improvements, right? So that you understand if you do it in the... Because this was the question. All this started from this bug report, right? Because this bug report was saying... When I'm making chainmail armor as a wrong entry, right? So... I see the 4-in-1... But in reality, it's not the 4-in-1. Now, the problem we will have is... Now that we have multiple... What does the prepare do? Because in theory, the prepare, you should be able to select one of those, right? Which is a bit of the mess, but you should be able to select one and say prepare, because preparing for the 4-in-1 or preparing for the 6-in-1 is different, right? Actually, we do describe multi-transform. Interesting. We do? Okay. We do for what? New array, all transform. What? Describe. But maybe it is coming from the old system. No, it's not. Okay, anyway, I don't want to fix something that is working, so I would just keep it. It's too complex. It's too complex. It's fine. I want to fix the 0. We will leave it like this for now. It's too complex for me to do it the other way. I want to fix the 0. So the 0. Do you know Trip on Reality if you have 0 also on combinations? No, sorry. 0 also on transformation, so meaning not when you put things together in a kit, but when you also when you transform, right? Can you transform 2 things or 5 things or 6 things or 10 things at the same time? Because sometimes we have in the data, sometimes we have 0 quantity, and when it's 0 quantity, it means that you can do it multiple times in a stack, right? But I don't know if that is valid. Like for example, molten steel, right? The one that you do in the blacksmith, right? You can take 10 molten steel, right? And create 10 steel wires. So this is saying result 0. Result quantity 0. So this means, yeah, it's also on transformation, yeah. I think it's on transformations and combination. I don't want to see that 0. I don't want to see that 0 anymore. I want to change it to something that people can understand, because the 0 is super annoying. It's like, what the hell is the 0, right? What the hell is the 0? But yeah, we are going through multi-transform, so at the moment, yeah, we are using that part of the code as well. So instead of 0, we can say any quantity or multiple or stack, or I don't know, or let me see a few examples and we can find a good text. How do you say when you have not a multiplier, not a multiplier, but nah, the word slips me, but slips from my mind. But is when you have yeah, like here, right? Combine 2 chainmail and 2 medium chainmail into 0. This 0 means that if you put 4 and 4, you will get 2 of this. This is what the 0 means. So I can remove the 0 and maybe in parentheses I can put multiples allowed or something like that. Multiple stacks or stacks allowed. Yeah, maybe stacks allowed could make sense. Stacks allowed. I mean, I don't know why. I mean, is it always stacks allowed or not? This is what I don't understand fully. Is it always 0? I don't know. 0, 0, 0, 0. I mean, in this case, it's always 0. For all the combinations, it's 0, yeah. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Is there something that is not 0? Combination. Result quantity. Minimum quantity. Riveted 6, what? Chainmail pants kit. Chainmail pants kit. Uh-oh, what happened here? We have a wrong value. Holy shit, that's bad. Ay, ay, ay. Something broke in this file. Ay, 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 ay. But anyway, I don't want to fix it now, but definitely here something broke. What is the quantity here? Max quantity, mean quantity. Chainmail pants kit. Combine two small chainmail pieces. Combine 2 small chainmail pieces. Mail pants kit. Combine 2 small chainmail pieces. Yes, it's these 2 lines, right? And 2 large chainmail pieces into 0. What is getting the 0? I don't understand. What is getting the 0? Huh? Where is getting the 0 from? It's not in the database. Because it's a combination? Can you check the working with stocks? Yeah, working with stocks is a bit of a weird... Working with stock is a bit of a weird one because he has a cyclic, you know, recursive processes, so you can... You can smelt and cast. Smelt and cast. That's what you can do. But you cannot quench and do other stuff. Yeah. I mean, you can, but it's not in the book. That's another problem. That's another problem for another day. It's missing all the combines. Which combines? Like the ones in the ingot. No, the ingot is here. Cast, molten. Holy fuck, what is this list? Holy shit. Holy moly. Which combines? What do you want to combine? This list may be new, huh? Maybe due to the fact that I fixed it. Which combine are you missing? Combine like this. Combine 7 copper ore into 3 tin ore. Okay. Let me go with a 0 because I want to understand this 0. I don't like the 0. I think the 0 is super confusing. So the 0 is created probably inside of this, right? So quality, okay. Do this into. Wait, let me take the other book, which was better. Into what? Into 0. So after into, we have 0. Into second half. If the transformation result quantity is greater than 1, then say blah 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 blah. Otherwise, say blah blah blah. But here there is no 0, eh? If it's getting, so it's only in the combination, I guess, that we get the 0. Yeah, it's only the combinations because this code is not. So if I go describe combination, create combo craft description, get each of the items, append quantity, minimum quantity, check if the minimum quantity and max quantity is the same. Check if the quantity min and max is the same. Well, in this case is the same because you don't have from to, right? Because he's saying, I think he's saying something like from to. Yeah, he's saying between. So the 0 that we get is this comb minimum quantity. So if comb minimum quantity is equal to 1, if not, combine minimum quantity. So the 0 is coming from this. It's coming from minimum quantity. Really? No. No, it's the into. Into is here. Add the result part is here. So if the quantity is equal to 1, we do this. If the quantity is not equal to 1, we get the result quantity. So is when the result quantity is not 1. No. What do you mean? Into 0? Wait, we were on the pants, right? We were on the pants. Can we pick one that is simple like this one? Combine 9 chainmail strips, right? Combine 9. Where is 9? Yeah. Combine 9 chainmail strip, right? The result quantity is 1, it's not 0. What do you mean? Huh? Current combination get int result quantity. So there is a mistake in the... There is a mistake in the calling function then? Yeah, that's possible. Sorry, I'm losing it. Describe combination. Yeah, because we are passing in a result set. Describe combination. Select star from trade combination with result ID. What? What do you mean? But that's one that combines might not be zero, so you can do exactly. There are certain cases where you can, but do you have an example? So there are certain cases where you can do stacks, and other where you cannot do stacks. This is exactly what I'm trying to understand, and also understand where that zero is coming from. Now it seems that it's just coming from here. Trade combination result quant. Like for example here, result quantity is 10, result quantity is 0, right? Now this result quantity, why I see a 0 and instead this one is a 1, that I don't understand. Maybe because the database data has been updated compared to this file. That would be a problem, but anyway, that is possible though. That is possible. Maybe someone asked that why we cannot do combination of this, and we fixed it, but we fixed it only in the database and we didn't fix it in the... Yeah, exactly that, probably. Quantity, what is this yeah, it's actually 0 in the database. Yeah, it's actually 0 in the database. Yeah. Okay, while for example for red hot set of steel plates, probably is not here. Fuck, it's not here. It's not here. Somewhere else. I see. The quantity is 1. Red hot steel plates, the quantity is 2. But anyway, I think that assuming that the data is correct, but I think that someone did changes in the database, probably Tua, without updating the Excel file, because it seems that this is different. But anyway, whenever we have a result quantity of 0, which is actually sent, so the result quantity, so we select that, right? We get the combinations. That is the result quantity. So if I go inside of this, did is sent combinations. So here we get combination. So is result quantity, which is actually here. Okay, yeah, easier. So we can say whatever we want here. So easier. I just want to be sure, you know, that I don't do changes and I do a mess. But so if the result quantity is 0, this number will not be there. I think I can do this. I can do if blah 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 blah, result quantity is 0, right? Then we avoid the number, we just say that, and then in parentheses we say, what do we say? What do you want to have? Triple reality? Something like can stack or allows stacks, or I think it is true. It is true, I think. How do we call it? Allow stacks. You should not be able to stack chainmail strips because the recipe won't know what you are trying to make. No, but we are I think it's checking if it's a multiple of. It's checking if it's a multiple of, and it's finding the best match. I think this is what our code is doing. I mean, we can test it. I think we can test it 1 second. Let's test it 1 second. I understand what you mean. But I think the code is pretty wild in this part. And so I think it's trying to get the first match or something. Maybe we'll get the first match. Yeah, it will get the threes. Yeah, it will get the threes. If you do stacks, it will get one of the whatever. Do I need any container or do I need a special container? Where is the table? No, I didn't load items. GG. Do I need what? A preparation table? A Smith table? I don't remember. A Smith table? Smith table. So I need what? So if I have chainmail strip, small chainmail, large chainmail, what? Large chainmail parts, combine 9. Well, this one is chainmail strips. Okay, I need so let's get chainmail strips. We get how many? We get like 10. We get like 20. Chainmail strip. Okay, we have 20, right? We have 20. So if I put them all here, and if I put them all here, and I just combine with the book, with the chainmail book in my mind, right? What happens then? So I just combine randomly. Combine. I have 20, huh? You don't have the right amount. Okay. So let's do a multiple of... so let's do 18. Use a multiple of 6. Let's do 18. Combine. It did something. It created what? It created 2. Yeah, you see, it did the 9. It did 9 by 2. 18. So it is working. I don't know exactly what is the logic, but it's trying to find the possible things. I don't know if he's taking the largest. I have no idea. But anyway, he's taking 1. I don't know which one is taking. I have to check into the code. But anyway, that's not the problem. There would be a problem if you're trying to make small one with a multiple of 3. Yeah, that would, I think, would be a problem. I think he's taking like the last one or whatever. Well, but if you want to do a multiple of 3, then you will have to do it 6 by 6. Right? So if you take 6, right? If you take 6 and you combine, assuming that I have the container selected, and I combine, then it's doing the medium. Yeah, it seems that it seems it's taking the largest, yeah, for whatever reason. I don't know why, but I think it's taking the largest, yes. Okay, but this was not what I wanted to solve. What I wanted to solve is the 0. So what do we say? What do we say on the 0? We say allows multiples. How do you say in English when you, even in Italian, when you have a repetition of multiple numbers? It's like stacks, but stacks of numbers. Repetitions? No, repetition no. I don't know. Repetitions or batch crafting. I don't know. We can say allows multiple. I think in Italian is multipli. Multipli. In Italian is multipli. Multipli, we say like multiples of 3, right? Multiples of the basic value. Multiple. Yeah, but I think if we say allows multiple is not very understandable. Allows yeah, but it's multiples because is a multiplicator of the base value, so it is multiple. I can say allows multiple, but in theory it would be like something like allows multiples of base, but is so bad to read. Allows stacking, allows batching, allows bulk crafting. Yeah, but allows bulk crafting. Someone then will ask you, what is bulk crafting, right? Or we can say any quantity. If I say any quantity, this will read combine 9 large mail strip into large chain mail parts. Any quantity. Or we say, wait, or we say combine. What if we say this? If we say combine 9 chain mail strips, and here we say or multiple into large chain mail parts. What if we put the multiple here in this part, just after the quantity, not at the end? So it is not multiple, but it's multiple of this. Combine 9 chain mail strips or multiple. How does the warfare 6 ingredients? Yeah, is reading all of them and doing the calculation for all of them. We have a fantastic engine, you know. It's so smart that is. yeah, I think it works. No, I will put it at the end. I will put it at the end, which is in the code. I will put it after all the ingredients have been listed, which is after this 4. So after the 4, I will say if the quantity is 0, put a, no, it will be after all the ingredients. So there will be 9 chain mail strips, 2 chain mail bolts, I don't know, 3 chain mail rivets, and then it will say or multiple. Or we can put it here, combine, and then I can say in parentheses, multiple, or I just remove the 0 and fuck it. I can just remove the 0 and I don't say anything, and so it will just say this, and you will try if it works with multiple or not. By the way, it's nice to know that it allows multiple. We can say allows, I don't know, think about it. Okay, I have to go to dinner. But think about it and let me know. I can put whatever you want. I will I just need the text. To me it's the same. It just needs to make sense, that people understand it. I can write something after the combine. I can write after all the ingredients, or I can write at the end of the whole string. So there are 3 places. So actually I can put it here. I can put it here, or I can put it here. I can put it in those 3 places. Or even at the beginning. Yeah, even before the combine, right? We could have something like multiple even before the combine. So we can put it wherever we want. Okay guys, I'm gonna go. I'm going to dinner. So I will be here tomorrow evening, 9:30 p.m. European time. And if you want to click on follow on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, that's very nice. Also, we have a Patreon site where you can support the project, which is patreon.com/planeshift. And also remember that our game is actually released, and if you want, you can play it right now. For Windows, for Linux, and for Mac. Bye bye.